Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about Draft Electricity Bill 2020. The Ministry of Power has released the Draft Electricity Bill 2020 on 17/4/2020. That is why now it is there in news. And the ministry has invited for the comments, suggestions and objections from the stakeholders. Because when they are giving their opinions or the stakeholders are giving their opinions about this draft bill, the government will be able to plan or modify this in a better way. So for giving these suggestions, they have given they have set up a last date, and that is on May 8, 2020. So before that, stakeholders has to give their suggestions, objections and their comments. Okay. Then the history of this bill is starts from 2014. This is the fourth time that this draft has been created. It was first created on 2014, then in 2019, then 2019. Now it is again introduced. Okay, so that is the history. The main focus of this bill is on two important things. First one is efficiency of the DISCOM side. That is, DISCOM means distribution companies. The companies which is distributing this electricity will be made more efficient. That is one of the important focus of this draft. And the another one is the participation and protection for private sector investment on the renewable energy by protecting payment commitment better. So what the problem, you may be knowing that during these days renewable energy is getting more focus. So in order to promote this private investment in the renewable energy sector, their participation will be promoted, as well as they will be protected for their investments in the renewable energy sector by protecting the payments commitments better. So they will be ensured that they will be paid better for their investment in the renewable energy sector. Okay, so that is the main focus of this draft. Now let us see where it is applicable to. This will be applicable to the whole country. Earlier, when Jammu and Kashmir was a state, some of the bill was not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. So now Jammu and Kashmir has been divided into two union territories. Jammu and Kashmir is one, and another one is Ladakh. So this bill will be applicable to the entire country, including these union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Then we can check, we can look into the details of this draft. One is about the privatization of the companies. That is, in this they have introduced one point of introduction of power distribution sub-licensee or franchises. So it says that this would not require a separate license from the state commission, and providing information about them would be sufficient. So what they are saying that from now onwards, or in this draft, they are saying that they can issue sub licenses or franchise by this distribution companies, and there is no need of any special license from the state commission. Merely giving the information about that licensee or franchise, sub licensee or franchise will be enough for issuing a sub license or franchise. So this is a kind of new move for the better efficiency of the companies, because when a company, a DISCOM is choosing a private company for the distribution of electricity supply in a particular area, this will reduce the losses for the of both electricity as well as the finances. So if they are getting a kind of a particular company in that area for distribution of the electricity, and that is better for their management of the finances and for managing the loss of electricity, then they can do so. They can just issue a franchise or a sub license for that private company. So by this move, they have started involving more private companies into the area. So this is a step of privatization. There is a lot of concern regarding this also, but now it is considered for the effective management of the finances, as well as the for managing the losses in terms of electricity distribution. Okay, so that is what is regarding the privatization step, or distribution or issuing of the sub licensee as well as the franchisee. Okay. Next is establishment of Electricity Contract Enforcement Authority. This authority will be headed by a retired judge of the High Court, and this is for the enforcement of the contract related to purchase or sale of transmission of power between generating, distribution or transmission companies. So, this will be having the power of a civil court to enforce its actions. Okay. So, this will be managing or this will be controlling the contracts. Whenever these companies are having or are making contracts between them, and when they are getting violated, this enforcement authority can intervene and can order for fulfilling that contract. So, that is what is the duty or obligations of the enforcement authority. So, this have the power of a civil court to enforce this contract, and also they can involved in the contract for ensuring the enforcement of that particular contract when they are getting violated. And they also have the authority to direct the party to perform their obligation under the contract, and it should be done within 120 days. When a complaint is made for the violation of a contract between two companies or two authorities, then this ECA or enforcement authority can intervene in that situation, and they can order for the obligation or to perform their contract immediately, as well as there is one time condition is there, they have to deal this matter within 120 days. And also we have appellate tribunal. So, the orders of this electricity authority will be executable as a decree of civil court, and appellate tribunal of electricity will hear the appeal against the orders of the electricity tribunal. Okay. Then there is also one more problem with this enforcement authority. Okay, that is that this authority will be placed in Delhi. So, as it is sitting in Delhi, small developers and state licenses will not be able to reach their enforcement authority for registering their complaints. So, that is one of the problem of this enforcement authority. So, as the site is as it is located in Delhi, there will be problem of reaching to this enforcement authority. So, that is regarding the ECA or Electricity Contract Enforcement Authority. So, this is having a power of the civil court, and this will be enforcing the performance of contract when there is any violation of contract, and also have to finish this matter within 120 days. And there is one problem related with this authority, that is this the seat will be in Delhi. This will reduce the reachability of the stakeholders with the, this enforcement authority. Then we have already discussed about the privatization as well as this enforcement contract, electricity contract enforcement authority. And the next is the National Load Dispatch Center. Actually, this is responsible for the optimum scheduling and dispatch of electricity in different regions. So, this will be distributing this electricity in different regions. That is what is the function of this National Load Dispatch Center. That is the distribution or the dispatch centers. Then this will also have some additional charges, like it will have to supervise and have a control over the inter-regional and interstate transmission network between the regions as well as between the states. When this electricity is getting distributed, that the entire thing will be controlled by this National Load Dispatch Center, and also have overall authority for carrying out the real-time operations of the national grid. You know, there is a national grid for this electricity, and it will be carrying out the real-time operation of the national grid. So, the main function of National Load Dispatch Center is dispatch of electricity in different regions. In addition to that, it will also have to control over the inter-regional and interstate transmission network, as well as have to carry out the real-time operation of the national grid. The next point after privatization, then enforcement authority and this National Law Dispatch Center is the renewable and hydropower purchase obligation. Earlier in the Electricity Act of 2003, the penalty was less, and this has been increased with this new draft. Let us see what is the increase in this penalties. For each violation under Electricity Act of 2003, the penalty was 1 lakh rupees, and now it has increased to 10 million. If a particular person is continuing that violation, then he will have to pay rupees 6,000 under Electricity Act of 2003. Now this has been increased to 1 lakh. So this is the change in the penalty for this violation, okay, under this renewable and hydropower purchase obligations. Okay, if they are violating that obligation, they will have to pay this fine amount. Then next one is the National Renewable Energy Policy. I already told you that renewable energy is getting more focus nowadays. So government can also prescribe a minimum percentage of the purchase of electricity from the renewable and hydropower sources in order to increase the use of this renewable energy and to reduce the dependency on the non or petroleum products for the energy. It is also proposed to expand the scope of renewable power purchase obligation to include hydro sources. It is said that have to increase the hydro sources for the production of electricity. So that is what is a bit about National Renewable Energy Policy. And the next point is about the cost reflective tariff. You know, in most of the states, the electricity are given with a kind of reduced tariff. Actually, if for the production of electricity, for producing 1 unit of electricity, if they have to spend about 100 rupees, that is not the actual cost of money that they are charging on the users, because for reducing the burden on the users, they are charging only less amount of electricity, less amount of money on this unit of electricity. If it is 100, they are giving for 50 rupees. So such a kind of reduction in their money is really affecting the health of the company. If they are producing this electricity for 100 rupees and providing this electricity for rupees 50, definitely it is going to affect the financial health of the company. So, but what they are, why they are doing is because of the instruction from the central as well as the state government. So if it is said that if state government want to give this electricity for a lesser amount, they can go for subsidy instead of reducing the tariff, because if government want to give it on subsidy, they can do it directly. Let the like what they are doing for the LPGs, let the users pay the exact amount. If they are producing electricity for the 100 rupees, they let the users pay 100 rupees to the company, and later the government can provide the subsidy to the users into their bank account directly. 50 rupees they can give to the users directly to their bank account, like what they are doing for the LPGs now. So this will not be affecting the health of these distribution companies. So that there is such a kind of suggestions in order to protect these distribution companies. Then another thing is the problems related with this draft policy or this draft bill. One is that setting up of ECA will dilute the power of the state and central regulatory commission to settle matters related to power purchase agreement between DISCOMs and GENCOMs. The problem is that now we have a new authority, that is enforcement authority, to settle the dispute or the problems between these companies. So that definitely this will dilute the power of state as well as central regulatory commissions. So that is one of the problem. Then currently State Electricity Regulatory Commission as well as the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission settle state level and interstate PPA dispute. That is what is the current status is. So if this enforcement authority set up, they will be derailing the power of this central as well as state electricity regulatory commissions. And the next point is, the proposed amendments in the Electricity Act will increase the electricity tariff exponentially. Okay. Because as I told you, if it is suggesting for increased tariff rather than the reduced amount of money, because they have to protect the discoms, okay, from a bad financial health. So if that is what they are going to do, definitely the price of electricity will be increased. So that is also one of the important problems of this thing. So that's all about the topic, that's all about electricity bill, draft electricity bill 2020. Thank you.